So hey, hello everyone, welcome to our channel Classroom of Chemistry. So today in this video we discuss about the Hyderabad Central University 2015 question paper, and we solved all the organic question in this video. So without wasting any time, we will start our video. First question: identify the most appropriate reaction for 1 carbon homologation. So at first you have to know what is the meaning of the homologation. Actually the meaning of homologation is the when we proceed a reaction, when we are doing a reaction in lab. Homologation means you are using a hydrocarbon. If you get in a 1 carbon extra in the product or 1 carbon less in the product, then it's called homologation or degradation. So you have to tell that in these 4 reactions, in which reactions carbon homologation occurs, means one in the product with respect to the reactant 1 carbon increases or decreases. So to solve this question, we have to know first about the reactions. So one by one we will take the reactions. At first option is Smith reaction. We know what is Smith reaction. Smith. So Smith is from RCOOH to RNH2. So here HN3 and H plus is the reagent. For R star from CO2, at first SOCl2 we have to take, then it's convert into RCOCl, then so from RCOCl acid chloride we take CH2N2, then we get this. Okay. Then azide, silver oxide heat H2. Then from it we get some type of this product. So you can see that here RCOOH2 or CH2COOH, one CH2 is insert here. So 1 carbon homologation is occurs here, 1 carbon more. For aldol, what happens for aldol reaction? In aldol reaction, beta hydroxyketone is produced, or let's take a here R1 R2 plus or COH OH minus catalytic amount of OH minus, then what we get R1 here R2 here OH and R. So beta hydroxyketone is produced, alpha beta. So where not homologation occurs or degradation occurs. For Sandmeyer reaction, it's a very important reaction for producing haloarine. Compared is Sandmeyer reaction. In Sandmeyer reaction we can easily produce haloarine compounds. So the starting material is a aniline. Then we have to convert it into a diazonium salt, so we have to take HNO2. We direct don't get HNO2, that's why we have to take NaNO2 plus HCl. So then we get a azide. You may take HX, then here you get X plus minus, then here you can take CX. Whatever you take in X, ClBr, FClBr, okay, acha, FClBr, then we will get a corresponding X. So you can so you guess what is the answer. Say here one carbon homologation is occurs, so our correct answer is R start reaction. So why I write this all these reactions? Because when you solve a question, you don't have to solve only the answer, but you have to know about the other reactions also. It increases your knowledge also, and it helps you a lot in your exam, because when you solve other reactions, you remind the other reactions and it will goes to your head, and you can easily remember all those or recall all those reactions when you are giving your exam. So when you solve a reaction, if you know the what is the correct answer, what is the correct option, you write this write that reaction, and along with this you have to also write the other reaction. That's for more practice, because practice makes you perfect. Our next question is identify the most appropriate reaction involving HN3 as a reagent. So we just solved the previous question and we go through the reaction of Smith, and what you can easily determine that what is the answer, HN3 reagent. So although we solved previously, but I also write, as I said, you have to write all other reactions to remind all the reactions, okay, to remember all the reactions in the exam. So what is Smith reaction is the acid to NH2, we used HN3 plus Catius, Catius is RCON3 to RNH2, fine, azide, from azide to NH2, isocyanate RN double bond C double bond, isocyanate intermediate will be formed. This intermediate is common in 4 reaction, you have to remember that. First is Hofmann, second is Catius rearrangement, okay, same, Catius, Hofmann, Smith and Lawson, okay. So these 3 are same, and another is Lawson. So what is Hofmann? Hofmann is CONH2 amide to amine, primary amine. What is the reagents? Br2 KOH, okay. You can take NaOH also. So what Favorsky, what is Favorsky rearrangement is like that. If you take a carbonyl along with alpha halocarbonyl, you have to take alpha halocarbonyl and you have to use a strong base with its corresponding solvent. What you will get? It takes the hydrogen and its attack Cl and the ultimate product is COET. OET. Okay, so that's the reagent. So what is our answer? Our answer is Smith reaction, because Smith reaction involves HN3H plus. Okay, simple questions are there. Just you have to remember the all the name reactions and the reagents in the you have to score in organic chemistry, mainly in name reactions and name reactions and reagents, along with some stereochemistry, some biomolecules, and NMR spectroscopy and IR UV. So let's solve our next question. What is our next question? Next question is the most appropriate reaction which employs formaldehyde as a key substrate. So they want to know that in this 4 reaction, in which reaction the starting material is formaldehyde. The reaction is start with formaldehyde. So we go through these reactions. At first, Grignard reagent. So we know Grignard reagent, RX compound, when we treat with Mg ether, we get RMgX, and from it we can it's a very popular and very useful synthesis. Starting material, and it's a very useful material to synthesize many compounds like acids, esters, carbonyl, aldehyde, 1 degree alcohol, 2 degree alcohol, 3 degree alcohol, and etc. But it is not the answer actually, but it's a useful starting material. So we go for the Prince reaction. What is Prince reaction? Actually, these reactions is start with formaldehyde. What is the reaction mechanism? H plus H2O. Okay, so what happens is protonated. I am showing the mechanism actually. Okay, so H2 attacked by different type of electron rich compounds. Okay, so what we get? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here plus. If this hydrogen structure, we will go. If H2 attacks here, then we get this compound. O is here and O is here, and again a cyclization. So from this intermediate we can get a cyclic product also if one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is a positive charge. If the starting formaldehyde attacks here, so what we will get? R OH here, double bond O positive. It's sorry. CH2 here plus, it's come back, then what we will get? O CH2 plus, here double bond attacks here, and we will get CH2O, this compound. So the ultimate thing is the starting material is HCHO for Prince reaction, and we can treat with any nucleophile or with the formaldehyde also, and for this cyclic compound, if you want to get this cyclic compound, you have to attack the carbocation, with the carbocation with the formaldehyde again, or if you attack with water, you get this product and this product also. So ultimate thing is the starting material is formaldehyde for Prince reaction. And we also know the other reactions. The nucleophilic attacks on the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl, which is attached to a electron withdrawing group. So let's take a compound like this, and you treat with a base and extract it, base, extract it in negative. So we just generating a stable nucleophile actually, and if we treat the nucleophile with alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl, it attacks on 1,4. That's actually the Michael addition reaction. Okay, then we get this product. This product. So it's a Michael addition reaction. So the starting material is not a formaldehyde actually. Friedel-Crafts reaction. It's also a well-known reaction. We know about Friedel-Crafts alkylation and also acylation. You know which is useful? According to you, which is useful? Yes, correct. Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Why? Because when we want to prepare higher chains like propyl benzene, butyl benzene, then they rearrange with themselves and form stable carbocation, and we will not get the exact product. But if we use acylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, what you want to get the product, you will get that product. What is it? I want to let's start with basics. AlCl3. So we will use, suppose we use CH3 CH2Cl. It's a Friedel-Crafts alkylation I am saying about. So what we get? CH2 CH3. And also in case of Friedel-Crafts acylation, we use CH3 COCl, AlCl3. Lewis acid has to be used, and we get COCH3. After Clemenson reduction or Wolff-Kishner, we will get CH2 CH3. But actually what I was saying, that if you use in Friedel-Crafts alkylation, if you use CH3 CH3, or if you want to produce a N-butyl N-butyl benzene through Friedel-Crafts alkylation, you will not get that, because when the carbocation produce, it's rearrange itself and try to a second degree or third 3 degree carbocation. So the best reaction is Friedel-Crafts acylation for to make alkyl benzene. Okay, so our main thing is we actually moved from our main point, the reaction. The formaldehyde is the key step, is used for Prince reaction. So I discuss all these things because to increase your knowledge, it will help you develop your knowledge. We are at our next questions. So I didn't write the options, we don't need that actually. If you can solve a question without options, you are brilliant and you are developing your mind. What rubbish I am saying, but I am actually want to increase your skills and knowledge. Absolutely, when you are giving an exam, in exam hall you can use the options and choose the correct one without solving a problem. But when you are practicing, if you want to grow your knowledge, please first try without options. Okay, so we proceed through our next questions. We proceed into our next question. What the numbers of the sigma and pi bonds in C3O2? What is C3O2? It is a carbon suboxide. At first we have to know the structure. This is C3O2. This is purely linear structure. So they ask that the number of the pi and sigma bond. So you can easily find the pi and sigma bond. It's a 11th class question. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sigma and 4 pi. So you can go through the NCERT questions of 11, 12 and IIT JEE questions. Okay, then you can get here. Identify the 1 or 2 or 1,2-diphenyl ethane, 1,2-diol. They have give four options. You have to choose the right one with the this nomenclature. I didn't write the options, we directly write the structure. So at first they are saying that 1 and 2 are, so 1,2-diphenyl ethane, 1, 2. So the structure is ethane. Okay, so 1,2-diol. Hmm. 1,2-diphenyl. No, it's not a meso compound. A mirror image. R is a mirror image of S. So RR is not a meso compound. It doesn't matter. We have to predict this structure. So take pH along the axis. Then we predict the OH and H positions. We have to predict R. Acha. So OH should be our prior group. If we put hydrogen in below side, so H should be our above side, OH. Then it's a clockwise direction, and the fourth prior group is at below, so it's R. Okay, same we have to clockwise direction तो ठीक है. So we put OH again in above and hydrogen below. So this is our rotation clockwise and our, so this is the answer. What we did, we just write a structure of according to the question, then arrange them with 1R and 2R. You can name 1 and 2. then you should place OH and H at below or above. We have to match the nomenclature R and S. Okay, let's go to the next question. So it's a alkene addition. Guess the name of the reaction. Yes, right, hydroporation. You know the two reactions. So you know two reactions, oxymercuration, demercuration, and hydroporation. In oxymercuration, demercuration, internal hydroxide or alcohol is produced, and in hydroporation, terminal alcohol will be produced. Why I say terminal? Because in terminal side the steric crowding is low, but in not in all cases. So here we predict the product like that. What will form in here after treating with B2H6 and THF? Okay, so CH3 is here, so must be BH2 is here and H is here. H and BH2 will added syn with syn diaxial. Okay, and after treating H2 O2 OH minus CH3 and BH2 turns into OH. Okay, that will be the answer. So this this CH3 and OH will be opposite stereochemistry, maybe like that also. As BH2 and CH3 in opposite stereochemistry. Okay, this H and this BH2 will be same stereochemistry. If it is below, it will be above, and it will be above, and OH also in above. Okay, that's the stereochemical products. So let's start with our next question. Our next question is the number of the SN axis or axis in the TD SiF4 each. So you have to predict the number of the SN axis. So how to predict the SN axis? Here a clue is mentioned, TD. When a compound is given TD SiF4, so TD always contain 4 SF4. You have to remember this, because in exam you can't there will be not much time to predict or to exclude that things. Okay, so you have to remember when the compound is TD, there is 4 alternating axis of symmetry. Okay, so next question is metallic K with treatment with liquid NH3 in presence of catalytic amount of Fe2O3. You know this reaction. Actually, this is what will produce. So K plus X plus Y NH3, that will give you K NH3 NH2 NH2 whole X plus and plus E NH3 whole Y minus. Here from it is a solvated electron, it will give the color blue. But our question is when K is treated with liquid NH3, what will produce? It produced KNH2. Fine. KNH2, it is used in which reaction? In Barch reaction. Barch reaction, what we used? We used sodium and liquid ammonia or potassium and liquid ammonia. Okay. But the solvated electron will show the blue color of the solution, and after it after reacting it turns into a brown color. Okay. So the answer is KNH2. Fine. So what is let's go to our next question. A molecule which can provide a nucleophile treatment with N-Bully. So firstly you say that what is N-Bully? N-Bully is a base, a great base. So what base what base do? They abstract proton from a compound. Okay. So you have to determine that after abstracting proton, when a negative charge is produced, in which compound, in this 4, in which compound the negative charge will be most distributed or most polarized or most resonant. Here is no resonance present, no conjugation present, but if we produce, if we extract from hydrogen here, here, here and here, in which compound you will get the most stable or most polarized, you can say, ion, anion. So if you abstract from this, negative charge will produce. Here oxygen, sulfur. At first you determine the between oxygen and sulfur which is more polarizable. Obviously sulfur because of its size and 3d orbital presence. So this is eliminated, this is also eliminated, this is also eliminated, and this is, because it can easily polarized here and here also. So it is the most stable nucleophile. So it will be the answer. N-Bully takes hydrogen from here, abstract hydrogen from here, and produce a nucleophile. And you know, if you use CH3O minus and CH3S, CH3S will be more nucleophilic. Okay. So let's go to our next question. The next question is, which compound undergo the fastest SN1 reaction? At first we have to know the what is SN1 reaction. You know from the class 11th. SN1 reaction is a two-step reaction. At first step the carbocation produce, and the second step the attack of the nucleophile. So the here the carbocation stability matters, and the reaction depends only on the concentration of the carbocation or the substrate. So in SN1 reaction we have to determine the stable, most stable carbocation from these 4 compounds. So after removing OTS, can I write here? Obviously 4 we will get from compound A. Okay. So let me rub this, it will be easier to understand. Okay, from compound A, after removing OTS, OTS is a good leaving group, it leaves and produce a carbocation. Okay, from second compound, so you have to determine the most stable carbocation. As here most of the compounds are cyclic, and have pi electrons. You can determine also the aromaticity. This compound is anti-aromatic, 4 pi electron system. This compound also 4 pi electron system and anti-aromatic. This compound 2 pi electron system is aromatic. It seems the most stable, and this is also a carbocation with 3 alpha hydrogens. And but you know, aromaticity gives the compound a very stable nature. So after removing the OTS, among these 4 compounds, the most stable carbocation is this number, option 3, and this will give you the fastest SN1 reaction because it's formed very fast because the stability of the carbocation. So as for SN1 reaction, the stability of the carbocation matters for the rate of the reaction. So this will be an answer. So fine. Our next question is the product. We have to determine a product, and the reaction is given a cyclohexane product and NaOH. It seems like Favorsky rearrangement, but Favorsky rearrangement is occurs for alpha halocarbonyl, but here no carbonyl group presents. So we can proceed the reaction through the chair conformation of the cyclohexane. So we have to draw the chair conformation of the cyclohexane, then we can easily predict the product. Let's the Cl carbon here. Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3 above CH3 1 2 3 below. So equatorial below is a preferable position because if it's in axial position, it's involved in 1,3 diaxial interaction and destabilize the compound. So I actually directly flip the compound because if you draw the bigger compound, if you, majorly everyone puts in here or here, but I directly flip because it's not required in that position. If you have to place this bigger group into equatorial position, that's I place here in equatorial below. Okay, that's it cannot be involved in 1,3 diaxial interaction. Here CH involves in diaxial interaction but less than it. Okay, so after flipping I get Cl here. And what is the advantage of Cl in the axial position? If Cl in the axial position, it's very helpful for elimination. We know for elimination anti-geometry is more preferable. So the H and Cl in anti-parallel or anti-axial position. So here is a base. So NaOH, which preferably take the hydrogen and the bond cleavage, and so anti-parallelly or anti-axial the CH and CCl bonds are present anti-axial, so it helps the elimination and we get this product. Here CH3 and here the bigger group, so we can write like that. So if we number the, so here the bigger group 2 position and 3 position, and here the CH3 group, it will be the product. Then simple IUPAC nomenclature, go to your 11 and 12. So OH and NH2, OH will be first as O and N comparably, this side or this side also, because I get a group 3 4, so 4 substituted, 4 amino, 2 fluoro, what is this? 1 hydroxybenzene, so our next question is the reagent used for qualitative test of carbonyl. So what is the reagent which is used for qualitative test for carbonyl? Remember, you did it in your lab, also in 11-12. Remember, just you have to remind your labs in 11-12 and or BSc. NH2OH, hydrogen, NHSO3 or 2,4 NO2 2 C6H3 NH2NH2. So remember those tests for carbonyl. It may be tolerance or Fehling solution. Here is no tolerance and Fehling solution are given. This compound is seems like some another compound, na? Like this 2 NO2 groups, one is ortho and one is para, along with a hydrogen group. What is it? 2,4 dinitro phenyl hydrogen. So it is that the compound here. It is given in a formula. Is the compound, it is used for qualitative analysis for carbonyls. So it will be the answer. Easy, na? So much easy. So try it. So our next question is that we have to predict a reaction which starts with carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Okay, so these are 4 reactions: Ziegler reaction, Frankel reaction, Fischer-Tropsch reaction and Corey-House reaction. In this 4 reaction, which reaction starts with carbonyl and hydrogen? I will be glad to know you that Fischer-Tropsch not very well known, but it's used for the starting material is NCO. Okay, or you can use 2n plus 1 H2 along with 2n plus 1 H2 and it will give alkane. Okay, alkane and water. So the answer is Fischer-Tropsch. It is not very well known, but you have to remember this mixture of CO and hydrogen. Okay, we will go to our next question. Our next question, we have to predict a reagent for this conversion. So conversion, you can see that conversion occurs only in aldehyde, which is turns into alcohol. So ketone remains same, and we have to predict the correct appropriate reagent. So by taking the reagent LiLH4, it's a strong reducing agent. It will reduce both. That will not the product. NaBH4 also reduced. It's a weak reducing agent than LiLH4, but it will also reduce the ketone or aldehyde. NaBH4 can't reduce ester, but can reduce a ketone. Okay, so it will be not the product. LiLTBO3 also reduce the ketone. So only option left is, so it's the sodium borohydride acetate. It's a selective reagent. It will preferably attack on the aldehyde more reactive carbonyl center and turns into a alcohol. So the answer will be sodium boroacetate. What is our next question? The next question is, among the following dust, so much dust. Among the following alanine, so the compound is given alanine. The alanine at pH equal to 2. We have to predict or write the or draw the structure of alanine at pH equal to 2. So we know that alanine is a neutral compound. Its pI is along with around near 7. So at pH equal to 2, the medium becomes very much acidic. So in acidic medium, the lot of H plus ion are present, because in acidic medium H plus medium, what is an acid which release protons? So in pH equal to acidic medium, there is so lot of released H plus atoms are present. So we have to draw first the structure of alanine, the neutral structure of alanine, NH2 CO2H. So it is present in a medium of acid where H plus protons are present. At pH equal to 2 it is acidic. So the structure will be, what will be the structure? The NH2 group will be protonated in the acidic medium and it form NH2 plus, and it will be the final structure in pH equal to 2 for alanine, and it will be the answer. Okay, I know I am going little bit fast because I have to finish, because now it's already 1 o'clock at night, so we have to finish it. Actually our end sem is coming, knocking at the door after 10 days, so don't worry, we will finish it. So here is the question that I didn't write the full question. It is the question that in which reagent each knot cannot be used for halogenation for the primary alcohol. Yes, when we can convert a primary alcohol into a haloalkane through these reagents. There is one reagent which is not applicable for the conversion. We have to predict that reagent. We know SOCl2 is a very capable reagent to convert a particular primary alcohol to primary haloalkane. PCl5 also equivalent reagent to SOCl2. PBr3 also can, but NaI can't. So it will be our answer. So our next question is, which compound will does not undergo decarboxylation? So we have given that 4 compounds. One is ketone along with COOH, 2 adjacent COOH. Here is also 2 adjacent, and here is also a compound given. So we have to predict the compound which is not does not undergo decarboxylation. Listen, after decarboxylation a negative charge is generated. So after decarboxylation, if the negative charge is delocalized properly, then the compound will be stable. We have to look after that compound which is after decarboxylation the negative charge is delocalized properly or not. Here the negative charge is delocalized along because adjacent carbonyl compound is present, and here also here also the after decarboxylation also a carbonyl compound present, conjugation occurs. Okay, here also, but in this compound if a negative charge is created, here is no conjugation is possible. That's why in the, for this compound decarboxylation will not occur. So without wasting any time, we move to our next question. Benzene intermediate means for these 4 options, which give easily a benzene intermediate. Nitrobenzene? Nah. 1,2-dibromobenzene, it's also not. Benzoyl chloride, it's also not. 2-amino benzoic acid, it's the option. Why? Let's see. So it's goes backfire. Two gases are removed. One is CO2 and another is NH3. So entropically favorable, this is the reaction, we get benzene intermediate. Can you see it properly, or I draw it again? Okay, I draw it again. Let's see. Here is NH2. Here is, okay, the negative charge is back. It's here, and backfire. It's bond here. So carbon dioxide is leave and along with NH3. Okay, so our next question, let me rub this out. Where is my duster? Acha, let's see. X gives two diketones, this and this, after ozonolysis. I didn't write the full questions because of lack of time. In this from this 4 question we have to determine the product, and that is X. If X is between these 4 options given, and after ozonolysis it will give these 2 compounds. So so we have to do ozonolysis and predict the X compound. So if we do here ozonolysis, what do we get? 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 carbon carbonyl, 5 carbon carbonyl. There is no 5 carbon carbonyl. C6 H10O2, definitely a 6 carbon system carbon diketone is present. Diketone means if we ozonolysis, these 2 fragments are separated from each other and with along with oxygen, like this. So it will not match with this. Same here. One, two, three, four carbon, 3 6 hydrogen, 2 oxygens, it matched. Okay, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbon, 3 2 2 3 10, okay, 10 hydrogen, it is matched. Let's see for the next ones. Okay, one, two, three, four, five, six carbon, no, 7 carbons, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 carbons, not matched. Here also the same. So finally this is X, because after ozonolysis we will get these predicted compounds. And another one question are left. I didn't write that, I just read the question. The question is that identify the most appropriate reactions. Identify the most appropriate reactions from the following, which converts benzaldehyde to benzyl alcohol and benzoic acid. Acha, which reaction converts carbonyl into or a benzaldehyde into benzyl alcohol and benzoic acid. Remember, remind the all the reactions. Yeah, right guys. Cannizzaro reduces as well as oxidizes the aldehyde into acid and alcohol. So Cannizzaro will be the answer. So I think all questions are solved. That's it. I think it worth for you, and thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. Keep practicing. Thank you.